Hello and welcome to English Language Boost Lessons Online. Today we will be doing part 3 of the present simple tense and we'll be looking at outcome 4 and outcome 5. First, let's revisit the 5 outcomes. Number 1, define the present simple tense. Number 2, list third person singular spelling rules in present simple sentences and practice the pronunciation. Number 3, revise and practice positive, negative question structures for present simple tense. Number 4, identify the uses of the present simple tense. And number 5, construct sentences in the present simple tense with time expressions and frequency adverbs in the correct word order. Okay, so we've completed outcome 1, 2, and 3, and today we will be looking at outcome 4 and outcome 5. If you haven't already done so and you'd like to practice outcome 1, outcome 2 and outcome 3, please go and watch my previous videos. Okay, so let's move on. So today we're doing outcome 4 and outcome 5. And here we'll be looking at the uses of the present simple tense, and we'll also be looking at sentences using time expressions and frequency adverbs. Okay, so firstly let's have a look at the uses of the present simple tense. And one of the uses is that when we use the present simple tense, we talk about something which is fact, something which is always true. So this could be with science, with geography, something that we know is a fact, something that we know is the truth. An example of this is if we take water and we take the temperature of that to 100 degrees, we know that it will boil. So if you take a pot, you put water in it, you put it on the stove, you turn the stove on, and when the heat reaches the water will then boil, then it will produce steam, and it will go to a temperature of 100 degrees. So water boils at 100 degrees. Okay, so this is a fact, this is something which is the truth. Here we can see the subject here is water. Okay, the verb boil becomes boils because it's the present simple tense that we're using for this sentence. Okay, and then the rest of the sentence. Okay, so the first use, something is a fact, something which is always true. Just a little note here for you that if you look at the timeline here, you look at the present where you've got now, and at the top you've got the timeline which is showing the past and the future. So this is a fact, this is a truth that's been a fact in the past, and it will also continue to be a fact and the truth in the future. Okay, a little bit of practice time for you now. So if you would like to write a sentence that it is a general truth, you can choose words from this word bank here, or you can choose your own words, okay, to write your sentence. Just a little reminder, it must be a truth that's been the truth in the past, and it continues to be a truth also for the future. You can put the sentence in the comment box, or you can email it to me, whichever you prefer. Okay, so let's have a look at another use of the present simple tense. Okay, so the second use of the present simple tense is that we use the present simple tense to describe actions that we do regularly, something that we have a habit of, something that we have a pattern, we do it on a regular basis, and here we use frequency adverbs. Okay, so if we look at the sentence here, he usually plays football after school. Okay, so we've got the subject he, usually the frequency adverb plays the verb, and because third person singular he, we must put the S with the verb, showing a regular action after school. Okay, so he's doing it on a regular basis. He usually plays football after school. So frequency adverbs, we're going to look at the structure of the sentences and how we correctly use these. Okay, so the position that we would need to use the frequency adverb in. Okay, so here we've got a little note for you to say that with regular actions, there's a pattern of the action, so it's happening over a period of time, but it's happening, there's some regularity of it. Okay, so here we can see the X's that represent repeated action, so it's regular action. Okay, so your turn now. So if you want to write a sentence about your daily routine, things that you do on a regular basis, use frequency adverbs in your sentence, and you can choose from the word bank here, or you can choose your own verbs. Okay, and remember that it's a repeated regular action. There's a pattern to it. Okay, again, you can put the sentence in the comment box or you can email it to me. Okay, so another use of the present simple tense is, the third use is that when we want to give our opinions, our likes and our feelings. So, she likes making sandcastles at the beach. Now here the subject is she. The verb is like, becomes likes because it's third person singular. And the other main verb is make, which becomes making, because here we already have the S with the main verb, which is like. Here then the next verb will carry ing. Okay, so just as a rule, when we have two main verbs in a sentence, example likes plus the make, the second verb we add an ing. Okay, so if for example the sentence it said she likes and then we continued the sentence with to before the second verb, then we do not add the ing. Example, she likes to make sandcastles at a beach. We don't say she likes to making. That would be incorrect. That's wrong. Okay, we can't also say she likes make. We have to say she likes making. Remember, we've already got the S with likes, so the next main verb we must put an ing. Just some rules here. Okay, so your turn now. So if you want to write sentences about your opinions, your feelings, your likes, you can choose to write a positive sentence, a negative sentence, or a question sentence. You can choose from the word bank here, or you can choose your own words to create your sentence, and you can put this sentence in the comment box or you can email it to me. Okay, just a reminder, subject plus verb, like, likes plus verb plus the ing. Okay, so now we'll look at time expressions. Okay, so we've got frequency adverbs. So frequency adverbs show a pattern of when a person is doing something. Okay, so it could be that a person never does the action, that's 0%, hardly 5%, seldom 10%, occasionally 30%, sometimes 50%, often 70%, normally 80%, usually 90%, and always 100%. Okay, so it's showing that's a pattern of when a person is doing something. There's a frequency of it. So we use frequency adverbs in these sentences, and you can look at the example sentences in the table in the last column, and here you've got the sentences which show where the subject is, where the frequency verb is, and where the verb is to follow. Okay, so the other time expressions we've got our every day, every week, every month, every year, daily, weekly, monthly, annually. Again, there is a pattern here, but the only difference is where the position of the other time expressions is in the sentence. Okay, so if we look at time expressions, general time expressions, if we look at the pattern of the sentence, we've got the subject, I, the verb, do, my homework, every day. Now look at the position of the time expression. It's coming right at the end of the sentence. Okay, again, we've got the subject, she, the verb plays, she plays badminton on Sundays. The frequency adverb again is at the end of the sentence. Okay, so he doesn't go to the cinema once a week. So look at the pattern of the general time expressions. They are coming right at the end of the sentence. Okay, okay, so with frequency adverbs, sometimes these are called adverbs of frequency. They tell us how often something takes place. Okay, so we already looked at that, and we looked at the percentages as well and how they grow. We've got from 0% all the way up to 100%, depending on how often you're doing the action. Okay, but look at the structure of the sentences here now. Okay, so you've got the subject, then you've got the frequency adverb coming just before the main verb. Okay, so I always wake up at 6 o'clock. I usually come home after work. I normally swim after school. I often spend Christmas with friends. I sometimes play tennis on the weekend. I occasionally eat Vietnamese food. I seldom go to the library. I rarely listen to the radio. I never listen to rock music. Okay, so all the frequency adverbs are just coming just after the subject and just before the main verb. Okay, now have a look at these words, and I want you to think about frequency adverbs, and I want you to put these words in the correct order. Okay, okay, well done. Let's have a look at another one. Again, if you can put that in the correct order. Okay, here we go. My parents always work until 3 p.m. Okay, another one. Okay. Okay, I'm rarely late for work. Another one. Okay, let's put put it in this correct order. Okay, I never study after 8 p.m. Okay, so that's the end of today's lesson. Let's just do a summary of what we've covered. So we did the uses of the present simple tense, and we looked at time expressions and sentences with frequency adverbs in the correct order. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Please let us know, comment. Let us know if it was good. Let us know if there was something you didn't understand. Let us know if you need more support and you're struggling with anything. We'd like to get that feedback so we can support you and help you in the best way. Okay? Please keep watching. The next lesson will be on key workers, and we will also be looking at some sentences in the present simple tense for that as well. Okay? So thank you for watching. Take care. See you soon. Until next time. Bye.